Aloha, aloha, everyone. God. Yes. Oh, no, Patrick's not on. So he's.
Yeah. So here we are. Let's do it again, shall we?
Aloha.
And welcome to the Institute of Magnificence. The house of what? CSL Kauai. And let's say the whole thing. Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. And this wonderful being that is just radiating over here is Rita Andriello Feren. I am Patrick Feren, and we are the spiritual directors and founders of this wonderful place here on the island of Kauai. And it's not, we can still continue to say it, Happy New Year. Happy New
Till
Year.
the end of January.
And we have our New Year mantra that we have is free to be me in 2023. And we know a lot of people online want to be free too, so let's say it together, shall I am free to be me in 2023. Let's say it again. I am free to be me in 2023. Doesn't that feel good?
So, as Patrick lights our peace candle, we're going to settle ourselves down for a moment.
Not too much, though.
Have our meditative time. So, today is about choice. And we're coming here to celebrate that amazing power we have of choice in every single solitary moment. So, let's just settle, take a deep breath together, and settle into that idea that there's a place within us that's always at choice. And let's just sink deeply into that idea as we listen to the sound bowls and listen to our beautiful inner selves proclaiming, I am.
There's a place where you can go, where you can be what you want to be. Do what you want to do, anytime, anywhere. It's a place where you can laugh, and you can dance and sing. It's all you have to do, anytime, anywhere. Come with us to find your dream, no matter how wild it may seem. Take a little step towards your desire. It shapes your life and lights your fire.
Lights my fire.
Knowing that right here, at this moment, in this time, in this place, there is only one thing called life moving in and through all things. It is in and through this service, blessing us with this community. I know that it is in and through the waves, the amazing waves and wind on the island. I know that it is in and through every heart beating here today. And so in this moment, I call forth all the divine qualities of love and perfection and compassion within each one of us. I know that this service unfolds with all that beauty to touch the lives of not just us, but those around the world. And so in this moment, we are centered in, we are knowing that God is right here, right now. And so it is.
You are special just as you are.
You are.
Living your dream makes you a star. Come with us and follow your dream, no matter how strange it may seem.
And sometimes it does seem strange.
Believe in yourself, your secrets matter. Climb the steps up life's great ladder. Do the things you really love. Life will be filled with the love you give.
Life will be filled with the love you give.
There's a place where you can go, where you can be what you want to be.
Let's go.
Do what you want to do, anytime, anywhere. Come with us to find your dream, no matter how wild it may seem. Take a little step towards your desire. It shapes your life and lights your fire.
Light your fire.
There's a place where you can go, where you can be what you want to be. Do what you want to do.
Let's go.
Anytime, anywhere.
Thank you.
Can I say,
That was
Yeah.
a beautiful nod that you go, that's it. We're not doing
Yeah.
it anymore.
anywhere, anytime? And so the song, Janet wrote the lyrics as part of her book that's called Silent Fortune, and we're working together to put her lyrics to music, and that's the first song.
Yay.
Yay.
And so Janet will be appearing in the book as well, in the music, and so that was the debut of that song. There is a place.
Thank you so much.
That is great.
And thank you, Reverend Diane, for your opening treatment.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I was trying to picture, Janet, you jumping out of that book.
If
She
any-
said, you'll be appearing in that book. And I was like, wow, we have come a long way in writing books.
Okay, so we have a little surprise. We are going to invite up, I think that's where we are,
Off of the seat.
Jeremy
Off of the seat.
Brown.
Yeah.
And we're going to give him a microphone. Here, I got this one. And he's going to tell us, Jeremy Brown
I
has
was so
been
glad
at
you
this
said
center
yes.
with his beautiful wife, Amy, I saw you were at the hotel with us, so you have to have at least been here for
Not.
over 9 years, I
Yeah,
guess,
this is
somewhere
tough.
around there. So we figured that it would be nice to hear what he thinks the science of mind and spirit is. Go for it, Jim.
Oh, you're leaving me up here all by myself?
Yeah.
No, we're.
I thought it was like an
I'm just
interview.
grabbing my coffee, man. I'm just grabbing my coffee.
like a monologue?
No, you get a certain amount of time, then we get the cane. And we're done.
All right. Oh, well, yeah. So after 9 years, being here once or twice a month, it's just been such a blessing to learn about the philosophy. And, one of the first things that really resonated with me was when they said the phrase, everything is unfolding perfectly. And, you see us up there and we're smiling and playing music, but we totally go through what everyone else goes through, hills and valleys, highs and lows. And, that phrase has helped me and helped Amy and I. We say it a lot because, there's times when it doesn't necessarily seem like everything is unfolding perfectly, but it's like a trusting in the universe, and we're here in this incarnation, this existence to be here and trust and know that there is a purpose and things do happen for a reason. And I would say that is the greatest gift to learn about this philosophy and synthesize into our lives every day as best we can.
Thank you. It's interesting you said that. It's part of my talk, so talk more about it. There's only one mind.
And
Thank you.
what's beautiful about that, my friend, is that a lot of times that is a very unpopular phrase that we use, and people let us know that. So it's really nice. It's really nice to have somebody really acknowledge the true meaning of what this is. See, this is how him and I work. We start with it, and then he's grabbing me back the mic.
With that phrase, I get why it's maybe not the most popular thing. Sometimes it's the tone that you say it in. It's like walking through the park, like everything's unfolding perfectly.
Right.
Or
Right.
you're really going through something hard, and it's like everything's unfolding perfectly. So,
Right.
you can try using that tone or a different tone with that, and bring a little humor into it too, because sometimes that helps.
Humor does
You
help.
know?
Thank you, my friend. Give it up for Jeremy
Thank you.
and Amy over there.
Amy, you're next, Amy.
Oh, my.
Right,
Look at us all.
so,
Look at
yeah.
us all.
I know.
So,
Go ahead.
I know there's some people in this room that are here for the first time. I know there's some people on the line for the first time. I don't really know that, but I would imagine that you might be. And we call it spiritual eavesdropping. It's beautiful, beautiful. And so, who is here for the first time and not afraid just to go like this real quick? I'm not, there you go. Yeah, we go. See, so we're not pointing at anybody. Oh, and the people that just walked in, we're just saying hi to you because we're at the, are you new here? So come on in. Grab some coffee. We're all ready to go. So we know that you're here for the first time, and I just wanted to let you know that we come here every week, and we have for going on 10 years. 10 years. The 10 years we have been coming here remembering our magnificence, and we come here to celebrate it every single week. And not only this year, we changed it up a bit because, how many times can you say, I am magnificent? As many until we believe it. And then, but here's what we're doing this year. We are magnifying this year, magnifying our magnificence. And we're getting even more magnificent. So if you would like to join me and those online, put your hand on your heart if that feels good, and let's just say who we are. I am magnificent. One more time. I am magnificent. Now whisper it like you're saying it to a baby. I am magnificent. Oh, don't keep it all in your heart. Look to your left, to your right. Let somebody know that they're magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. Oh, you
That
are
was beautiful.
magnificent.
You are magnificent. Yes. And anytime you want to start. Yeah.
You are magnificent.
You are magnificent. You are magnificent.
You.
You're magnificent, Diane.
Got a fun little tune for you guys. This one's for the men and women surfing the Eddie Aikau Big Wave Memorial today.
Original song by Jeremy.
Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave.
Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave.
Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. I'm waxing up my board, hoping for a tube. When I paddle out, which wave will I choose? Will I slide left or pull into the right? I'm gonna surf so fast that the sharks they cannot bite. A roundhouse off the lip and back into the foam. Surfing is so fun, man. The ocean is my home. When I'm surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, peeling to the shore. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, and I paddled out for more. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, peeling to the shore. You sing. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, and I paddled out for more. Back in the day of ancient Hawaii, surfing was enjoyed by Hawaii's ali'i. And when they rode their waves on longboards made from trees, they wanted to ride far enough to make it to the beach. They were surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Oh,
Surfing on a surfing on a surfing
and it
on a
would go.
wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave.
Doom, doom. You gonna do a little dance? What's going on? You know you want to. Boom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, doom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, doom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, doom, 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 ba-doom,
Eddie
ba-doom.
Aikau right there.
And when I feel the call from my mama sea, the oceanic waves just are calling out to me. Checking out the swell breaking in the ocean blue. See the water rise and I know what's coming true. We'll be surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing. 1, 2, 3. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, peeling to the shore. Let me hear ya. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, and I paddled out for more. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, peeling to the shore. It was a 1, 2, 3 wave set, and I paddled out for more. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Surfing on a surfing on a surfing on a wave. Hey. Thank you.
No, it is the
Just so you'll
closest.
know.
That and a motorcycle.
Pretty good technique.
Okay. Well, how many surfers are there out there? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, not that many. Carla's a surfer. Do you still surf, Carla? Yeah, she's like, wow, I'm impressed. It's something I'll probably, no, it's something I will never do. I can definitely say never. I'm not going to start now, that's for sure. Next life, I always say that, next life, dancing, dancer, surfer, all of that stuff. Anyway, but right now, I'm right here right now in this moment. I am so filled up because I've had the most incredible week. And yesterday was especially incredible because I went online with a bunch of other people from this place called Anton, which is the Alliance of New Thought Network, which is people from all over the world who have ministries or not ministers, but people that have ministries, because we all have a ministry. And there were a lot of ministers on there, but there were also just lay people and practitioners, and everybody was talking about what they wanted to do with their ministry. And it was really cool because what I got out of it mostly was how many people there are in the world that are doing good. And we get a bad rap that there's all this stuff going on, and there is, but there's so much good going on. And I heard a talk by Dr. Joe Dispenza this week too, where he said, you know, it takes there is a shift in reality when enough people are thinking a certain way. There is a shift in reality, and we shift. We shift our reality. And the only way we can do that is by thinking of the things we want and thinking of how we want to live and not going to the negative side. That doesn't mean that we're like la 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 positive, because positivity without a base underneath it of my life is unfolding perfectly, which doesn't really mean that it's always going the way you think it should go. It's going the way that is your best route right now. And the more you can say my life is unfolding perfectly, the more your life unfolds perfectly. Because that's scientific. Because if we just keep saying, oh, this is not working, you know, I'm having a horrible day, blah, 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 then we're just going to continue to create that. We know that scientifically that that's true. So when you're saying my life is unfolding perfectly and then trying to find ways that it is unfolding perfectly, then you've made a choice, and the universe has to respond to you, and it has to shift, and it has to change. So I know that phrase is one of my favorite phrases too, and I think I actually learned it from Dr. James Millen, but I don't know if he made it up or I did. I'll take credit for it. I'll take credit for it. So yeah, that one, and then I heard one from Esther Hicks this week, which was everything is always working out for me. Has anybody ever heard that Rampage? Okay. That one, you just feel you can feel yourself shift. And so if you listen to it enough, what's happening? Your brain is changing, right? And so then you've made a choice that my life is, everything is always working out for me. So I'm on the line with, customer service for the airlines trying to get a ticket for for my thing, and it seems like not to be working. And then all of a sudden she says, just a minute, and I keep saying, everything always works out for me. My life is always working out for me. Everything's unfolding perfectly. I just keep saying it, start treating. And the next thing I know, she's off the line, she's back, and it's all settled. Now, I believe that because I've proven it. And it hasn't always been that way, because what happens with the law of our being is when that energy field that we're playing into, that place, what happens is it comes back to us at the level of our belief, but it's always in our favor. So the more we can get that, like if we're experiencing illness, for instance, if we can start saying that we are life, we are health, and really start to look for that instead of the opposite. And I'm not saying it's easy to do, because when you're suffering from something, it isn't easy to do. But it's all about the practice of it and allowing ourselves to actually practice, just keep practicing. And no matter what it is, and it's easier to practice on a little small thing like on the phone with the airline than it is when you find yourself in a hospital suffering from something, right? So we have to start with when things are good, when things are positive. That's not the time we turn away from spirituality and wait for something to happen before we turn to it. Because when that does happen, what I believe is it's just a call back to ourselves. It's just a call back to ourselves, and the deeper we can go there, the more it's unfolding for us. So the title of our talk today is actually Ready or Not, Here, with a capital Here, here, right now, I choose. So we can't wait until we're ready to make a choice. If we wait till we're ready, we're more than likely never going to make the choice, because we're going to be waiting for the conditional world to show us that we're ready. Now, does this mean we do crazy things? No, that's not what I'm saying, so don't take it that way. But when we want something in our life and we want to make a choice about that, we have to choose it. We have to say, ready or not, it might not look this way in the conditional world, but I'm making this choice right now. I'm making a decision based on that choice, and I'm moving forward. I'm taking one step at a time, and I'm moving forward with that choice. And that is the only way that the universe, whatever you want to call it, the field of energy, can respond to us, is if we decide, because we're the ones that are doing it. We're not the ones that are doing it, but the ones that are making up the mind of the particle and the wave. We're waving. We're waving like on the surf, right? And then it turns to a particle when we put enough attention on it and said, this is what we want, this is what we want, this is what we, not just what we want, what we believe we can have. Because you can want a lot of things. I want a lot of things, but if I don't believe I can have them, then I'm not going to have them. So the other thing, well, I wanted to say something about this because it can be confusing to people. Okay, so has anybody ever experienced the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation where he puts you in the nothing? Well, there's a few. Okay. So there's a part of the meditation where he says, to be in the nothing, to be in the no thing, to be no one, to be just here in the present moment, basically. What that is, in our philosophy, it's called the absolute. It's the field of energy where nothing has been created yet. And it is the only place that we can really, truly create what we want from. We can't bring our baggage into the nothing. And it takes practice to do that. That's why meditation is so important, to be able to practice that, being in that place of the nothing. Because if you're in the nothing, the no thing, and you are no one but energy, then you can choose from that place how you want to live. It is, but it takes practice. I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's not an easy thing to do, because I know when I go into that place or go into meditation, I have a million thoughts, and I have to keep going back and keep going back, and then I get better at it, and some days I have great ones, and then the next day I'm thinking about everything from, the bank account to whatever, and then I have to go back again. So it takes practice, but I know that the rewards are definitely worth it, because what the rewards are is a life of total peace and security before you have peace and security in the world of form. So, yeah, there's no way around it. So, Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of our philosophy, who just basically put this all together pulled from different places and made a philosophy out of it called the Science of Mind. He explains how, first he says, we can't live a choiceless life, that every second there's a choice, and if it weren't so, we wouldn't be individuals. So I don't know about you, but from the time I was a little girl, I wanted to be a choice. When my parents told me, you can't do this, I really think that's our individuality just pressing out. And obviously there's some things that we're glad they told us we couldn't do, but then there's some things we did even though they told us we couldn't do. But that was like, that was us, like wanting to be beings of choice. We are beings of choice. There is nothing around it. That's what we are. So, but that's the spontaneous part of ourselves, but then there's another part of ourselves which we call the law, which is that energy field I was talking about that's just going to bring it back to us in exactly the way that we choose and believe it. So Ernest Holmes explains it this way, and I think it's totally makes sense. If you ever think that you're not a choice, the soil, he uses the plant, okay? The soil knows how to take a seed and make a plant from it, okay? Think of the soil as the mind, the one field of energy. It does not know whether it is making a tomato or a potato. If this were not true of the laws of nature, we could not depend on them. So there's something happening that's neutral. My friend, one of my colleagues, was going to write a book, God Doesn't Care. There is a field of energy that doesn't really care. It's just creating from us. We're the ones that care. We're the ones that are putting the love into it or whatever we're putting into it, right? But it doesn't care. If it cared, then it would be judging us, and it would be saying, well, that's not a good thing to do. You shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just leaving us totally free to do whatever we want to do. So if you can think about it that way, you can make better choices. We should be confronted. Oh, yeah. So he says, okay, where was I? If this were not true of the laws of nature, we could not depend on them. We would be confronted with caprice. Like it would just be like stuff's happening. Stuff just happening. No, stuff is not just happening. The time stuff just happens is when we're not making those choices. It's like, why did that happen? Well, what were you making a choice? Not what were you thinking, but were you making a choice, or are you just going with life and going, whatever happens, whatever. I mean, I've been that person. Whatever happens, I'll be fine, blah, 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 blah. No, that's Capri's, right? She agrees with me, or he, whoever that is back there. One of the most difficult problems to realize is that when we are dealing with the law, we are dealing with an impersonal thing. It knows how to create without knowing what it creates. Therefore, we must distinguish between the law of mind and the spirit, which uses the law. We are the spirit. The law is not separate from us. It's us. And we get to use it any way we want, and we get to choose in any moment, and then we get to choose again, because it's not going to be like, there's no kismet, whatever it's called, destiny, like you're destined to be this way. No, that's not true. You create your own destiny, whatever that is, in every moment. This is like, it's not an easy thing to tell people, but it's the whole basis of our philosophy. And I think all the great mystics that are coming forward now from the scientific world are saying the same exact thing. They're just not saying it from a maybe religious point of view, but this is not really religion. It's really science and spirit. So it's just telling us we're spirit, we're a choice all the time. We have this amazing energy that's vibrating according to what we're feeling, because that's what it is. It's not just thinking. It has to be that heart-brain, connection, because our hearts are it's the feeling part of it. We put this intention out, but the heart is what's bringing it back to us. So I'm just really excited about this because I'm making a lot of choices right now, and they're scary sometimes to me, and they're little choices, like things that would be little to somebody else, but to me they're huge because I have to trust and have faith. And so, but I'm willing to step out. It's like Indiana Jones, right? That's always, everybody uses that as the example, but it's so perfect in the Temple of Doom when he steps out and there's no rock there, and he puts his foot down, and then the rock is there for him. But if he didn't do that, the rock wouldn't be there for him. He would just be standing there, like it would be like a dream world, that we'd just be dreaming about the things we want, but we're not taking any action. So we have to make a choice, and then we have to take action of some sort to say to the universe, yes, I've made this choice, now I'm taking action, and this is what I'm going to do for my action right now. The world is in need of us being these people. I know that. And the other thing I was inspired by this weekend was President Zelensky from the Ukraine, and I know we know what's happening there, and it's atrocious. But that man, oh my God, if you haven't listened to him, listen to him. Because to be that sure and that passionate and be able to go into action with it and put your life on the line like that, that's a huge way of speaking to this law of our being, and to be confronted with that. But I was thinking about that too, because I thought, that's the old world is crumbling away, and these people that are coming forward to think that the only way they can do things is through control and bloodshed. What is this right over here? The quote by, what is it? Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. When the power of love overcomes the power of the love of power, we will have peace. And so I think we're at that crossroad right now. I definitely know we are. So we can support these people that are in crisis and are having these things by us elevating our consciousness and making these choices for our life and trusting and working on having faith and belief behind them. So I know that it is possible. I know it's possible for each and every one of us, because it's possible for me, so it has to be possible for everybody, because I'm not any better than anybody else, and it was possible for all these people that came before us. So yeah, it's not like we're coming up with something brand new. This is old stuff. So I'll close with a quote by one of my favorite people who inspired Ernest Holmes, which is Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he said, "There is no great and no small to the soul that maketh all." That soul is that life force, that law of our being, the one mind, whatever you want to call it, the field. There is no great and no small to the soul that maketh all. And where it cometh, all things are, and it cometh everywhere. So it's here, it's everywhere, and it doesn't know any limitations. We're the ones that are putting the limitations on it. And I think as soon as we take responsibility for that and choose a greater way, we'll see how things unfold, not just for us, but for everyone that we influence. So, love you. Thank you. Thank you. Now,
Thank you,
Patrick.
Reverend Rita.
Thank you.
All right, so we chose this song because it's so nice to have the rains back. And it's a song written by Frank Kaua'i Pukolani Hewitt called Kaua'i Lehua A'ala Kahonua, and it speaks of the rain falling down from the heavens. And it's kind of a metaphor for the birth waters that we all come from. Ke ihola kaua hali hali na lehua o luna e ke ihola kaua hali hali na lehua o luna Helele I pua I ke kai Ulale ana lehua I ka moana Helele I pua I ke kai Ulale ana lehua I ka moana He kupala ka ua I ke kai Ke ho I ho e aloha mai He kupala ka ua I ke kai Ke ho I ho e aloha mai He mele no e kulani Kaua'i lehua A'ala kahonua He mele no e kulani Kaua'i lehua A'ala kahonua Kaua'i lehua A'ala kahonua Kaua'i lehua A'ala kahonua
Beautiful,
Mahalo.
beautiful. Oh. Ready or Not. Do you remember as kids? It's my favorite game in the whole world. Hide and seek, still playing it in life. I love that. Ready or Not, remember? And then they all went, ready or not, here I come. That look. That's how I feel in life sometimes. It's like everything's happening, and then, ready or not, here I. Where'd everybody go? I'm coming to get you. That's how life can be sometimes, right? It's like, I got an idea. Where you at? Because we're waiting, but we have to go out and get it, right? Hide and seek. Or we'd just be hiding. There's a seeking part to it. And I do believe that in the seeking part, we need to be more finders at times. Seek and you shall find. And I've been seeking all week, I'm going to tell you. And yesterday was really, to be honest with you, a little overwhelming in some degree, because we did a 3-hour workshop that she was talking about, and then 2 hours, a half hour later with someone, a friend and a confidant, and that was for another 2.5, and then we ended with something light like a documentary with Zelensky. So I'm just going to tell you, I was just warm and fuzzy and ready for action at the end of that day. So I told Rita, I said, I need to process. You know, I need to take some time to see what really all the stuff that came up yesterday. And a lot did come up. Now, it's interesting that we use the word, I know it's not easy. We say that a lot. And I think that's just to make you feel good. You know what I mean? I think that that's what we're doing up there. Because in reality, when Rita was saying that, I thought to myself, is the other way easier? I really, really resonated to that. I said, it is easier than the hell I've put myself through. So me thinking, you know, you can't just think positive all the time. Why? I'm just curious. I understand because life happens to us, but that's not really what's going on. I want it to be easy. And I'm going to tell you, this week has not been easy. I've had a lot of stuff come up, and I meet it, and it would be just lovely if I could meet it in a way that, you know, I don't know, that I, like a light, like I would just be like translucent when it happened. But it doesn't. But what I do know is what Jeremy was talking about, Reverend Jeremy, that what he was talking about is, and that's true. You know, it is unfolding perfectly if I choose it to be so. And even in the midst of the horribleness of it. That's why Zelensky, you know, it's not about a political talk here, but I learned a lot because what I told Rita this morning, I said, they don't have a model. There's a guy who's been in operating trains and everything for 6 months. He's the head of the train department now, whatever that means. And David Letterman, because it's a David Letterman interview that he does on Netflix, and he was going, you mean you've only been doing this for 6 months? And he goes, yeah, well, why'd you do it? Because the president asked me to. And because somebody's got to do it, so it's going to be me. I know enough to do this thing. He's doing a supposedly wonderful job putting things back together. But what I really got out of it, getting passionate. What I really got out of it was they weren't waiting for the war to be over before they lived. They're not waiting for and I was telling Rita, and we were talking about, what can we do, what can we do? I said, I have a war in my mind going on a lot of the time too. We all do. And I thought, wow. Because he's saying to people, go out and live. I mean, comedy clubs are still open there. These are things I had no idea. And comedy clubs are still open. Little things are still open because they're saying you're not going to take away the freedom. And 86%, they took a poll for those pollsters that you love polls so much because they help direct our life, right? But what he wanted to find out is how you were feeling. How you were feeling. How was the country feeling? And 86% of the people said, I would rather do without water, electricity, or food than to give up my freedom. And I went, 86%? I wonder if I could match that where I'm at. 86. Because I know the first sign of, I always tell Rita this, you know, we're like, God, I know it's happening. You're like, zoom, and you're vibrating at a frequency. And then all of a sudden, you know, boom, and then you go, oh man, I had it all down, and now look at it. I mean, turning away immediately. And these people, I'm not just saying these people, I'm letting them be representative for everyone. That they're saying, I would rather not have lights and suffer a little longer with my children, with my family, than to give up freedom. And I think freedom, free to be me in 2023, is really something to look forward to. I think of all of I was telling Rita, you know Rita. I was telling Rita, I said, after I didn't put him on a pedestal like that, even though it's pretty cool, wearing a T-shirt and looking really, being a president and all that. But I said, what he does is he's representing what's possible. And that there's not a model. There should not be a model for war. There should not be. You should be tossing it out. And there shouldn't be a model in our life anymore either, because COVID and everything before, good old COVID, crumbled it all. You have no model. You don't have the model, and I'm not afraid to say you don't, because I know we do not have a model, because we are waiting now for us to create a new model for our life. A new way to approach life, a new way to approach dis-ease, a new way to approach poverty, a new way to approach all of these things with a new eyes. Yesterday I saw that. Look at Michael Beckwith is here, just so you'll know. Yesterday I was so excited because I saw people getting excited about all the possibilities, no matter where they were. This woman said, I've been waiting 30 years to activate this desire. 30 years is a long time. Didn't they walk in the desert for 40? That's a long time. Oh, I heard a very, very good thing about it. I got to tell my Moses story. So, why? Because it just popped in my head. That's how we work here. That's how we operate here. Okay, so here's the Moses thing. Ben, this is about expectations. He was saying that Moses was lost for 40 years, and the person speaking said, how could someone of such wisdom be lost for 40 years? And he said, Moses just kept going around in a circle, right? Until they got their consciousness straight. Because you can't walk into the promised land of any kind without your consciousness being aligned with it. And I thought, that really hit. And then they said, we don't have any water. He said, go pray. They go and pray, and they come back. They say, oh, I have been forsaken. Haven't you ever felt forsaken? I believed in you, God. Where were you? I said that a lot as a child. Where are you? Where were you? And they said, yes. He said, well, I've been forsaken. He goes, no, actually you weren't. He said, so let me ask you something. So you dug all the ditches and everything for the rain when it came in the water. No. Well, then you didn't believe that there would be water. And I thought, oh, wow. While I'm busy waiting, hiding and seeking, I should be preparing. And should's not the favorite word of the day, but that's what I choose to do, is I choose to prepare for my good. The unexpected, the expected good. I expect it. I have the right to do that. I never felt like I had that right, especially when life was not really divvying out very good things. Yeah. Wow. I just had a moment just to let you know. So, a different way of seeing. Isn't that an idea? How can I see this differently? We get up every day and we look at life the same way, and I'm thinking, how can I look at it differently? So, we say, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Now, this week, we had to make a decision. I'm not going to share it with you because, well, it's none of your business. No, oh my God. That was thoughts that turned out to be words. I do not know how the hell that works with me. No, oh Lord. It's just water I'm drinking, just so everybody knows. We had to make a decision this week. And it wasn't earth-shattering, but to us it was. It was a moment of saying, should we do this, should we not? You know, that pro and con list that I cannot stand. Because all that does is just buy more time until you have to make a decision. And so we're like, yeah. But, and just so you'll know something about me, when Rita brings up an idea, I usually, this is, and you always know how you're dealing with this, but before you poo-poo it, I really, I'm going to say no to something. So she was talking about, I have a really good idea. And then I went, no. And I'm going, really? Uh-huh. Yeah. So I didn't think it was the best idea, but all of a sudden I thought it really was a good idea. And then I went back and I said to Rita, I said, give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I was at the gym. Just give me a moment. Rita, I think that's a really good idea. Let's do that. No, it's fine. I don't need to do that now. So this is how it works in this marriage. I am begging her to do what I didn't want to do in the first place. That's clever. That is what I call spiritual intelligence. So now I am begging her, but no, this is really important. Well, if you really want to, we can do it. But what was interesting about that, the spiritual point of this is that we started to have a little bit of doubt, a little financial stuff, and again, the stuff that's none of your business. But no, but what I did was, what we did is I said, we better get on it now. Book it, do it, let's do it. Because if we don't, that universal power, the law, has nothing to work with. It is only going to work with me going, that was a great idea. That part of you that goes, oh, yeah, I really want to do, what if we don't have it? And all that. And then the law is going, I wish they would just direct me. Because all I'm asking you to do is direct me, the power that's me. I'll take care of it. Oh, I know, but I need to micromanage, please. Law, I know that you've created cosmos, but this is really bigger than any of that. Plus, Rita wants to do it. So what I learned from that was where my faith was placed, because I said, if you're going to make a decision, you got to be supported with it, and that's what the law is doing. But as long as I still stay indecisive, and we've all been there, right? Because way we're indecisive is because I am waiting for it to show up to show me that I can do it because it's safe. Because then I won't be scared. And then I won't make that Indiana Jones step. And I'm back to this thing about easy. It is harder for me to do it the other way now. Now, this is the last little piece. I have a little fun thing for you. So I was talking to somebody. I go, just what do you want? And I said it just like that, too. Nice, warm, and fuzzy. What do you want? No, I didn't. I couldn't do that. So he says, it was about finances, and they said, I just want more money. Well, first of all, the law doesn't care how you talk about it, but that was quite an attitude with the money thing. I want more money, and it wasn't a session. It was just a nice phone call with a friend. I just want more money. Who wants more money? Hello. Yeah. I mean, even if you have all of it, you want more money. I just want more money. Well, like a lot? Or I just want more money. So how much do you want? So you say I want more money, right? Amber, do you want more money? Let them all know. Oh, stop. What did you do? What did you do? Go to Catholic school? Stop. Oh, it's enough. If there's a little left over for me, I'll be okay. No, really. Is there that last piece of pizza? You go ahead, have it. Amber. Now I know somebody over here. You want more money? Yes. Say, I want more money.
I want more money.
Alrighty. There you go. $1. Woo!
$1.
She's got $1 right there, but for me, if I'm dealing with an unlimited universal bank account, I might say how much, a lot more money. I don't want to say how much. I just, I'm happy just, what's that? Exactly. So who in this room, here's a better one, would like more than the $1 I gave her? Oh! This is great. I gave her $5 and she saw it wasn't $1 and she went, what'd you give her? Was that out of our account? Unlimited. Wait till you see, honey, I went to the bank today. Wait till you see what I'm giving all these people today. I'm like the male Oprah. Look under your seat. There's a car underneath there. That's right. Who says we're not? Did you say wrap it up? Wow. I'm going to end with a spiritual quote. And if you're here for the first time, just to let you know that, yep, that's me. That's Patrick all the way. I've tried, free to be me. In every year that we've been here, perfect 10, right? So I'm going to, here I'm going to give you a choice. Do you want a quote from Steve Jobs, or do you want one from Dr. Sue Rubin?
Yep, the latter.
Oh, you know what? There we go. I'm the law. You just asked. You get both of them.
Hey.
She's got $1. You got 5. I got another 100 to give out. I just wanted to see where her consciousness was this morning. No. Okay. Enough of that silliness. We don't go to church. Somebody said to me one time, it's not a church, it's a center. That's what it is. And someone says, I've never been to a church where you get to laugh and cry in the same place. And I said, well, you've just come to one. Here you go. So, Steve says, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Steve. So Dr. Sue Rubin, if you don't know who she is, she's a very powerful figure in the New Thought movement. And she has this, why I picked it, and you'll see it, I love this little catchphrase because I've never heard it before. She said, I am aware there is a certain invisible nuance to life, and that it inevitably comes alive through and by means of me. Does that guarantee I am never caught off guard? I love that. I am never caught off guard? Hell no, she says. We come from the same school. However, it does prompt me to stay awake often enough to know that I can absolutely relax into greater trust by simply hanging out more regularly with the divine. Yeah, give it up for Sue. I love it. I'm never caught off guard. Yeah. So as we wind this down completely, I just want to say, it is so good to be alive, isn't it? It is so good to be exploring together, falling, getting back up, doing whatever it takes. It is so good to realize that no matter what is happening to us, there is a power and a presence that says, I got your back. I got your back. I love you. And that to me is the greatest gift of all. And I'd like to sing that for you right now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Namaste.
Yeah, I'm free. Yes, I'm free. Free to be me. Free to be me. Yes, I'm free. Yes, I'm free. In 2023. In 2023. Because 2022 just came and went. I'm connecting to the fact that I'm magnificent. And you. Yeah, you. Living in our law that our thoughts present in a 1-room, 2-room, or even a tent. That's right. That's right. 'Cause I'm free. Yes, I'm free.
Free to be me.
Free to be me. Yes, I'm free. Yeah, I'm free. In 2023. 2023. Yes, I'm free. Yes, I'm free. Free to be me. Free to be me. Yes, I'm free. Yes, I'm free. 2023. 2023. Are you free?
Yes.
Are you free?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
2023.
2023.
Free to be me.
Shoulder shakes. There we go. That's the kind of party we're having. I knew if we went.
I love it.
I do too.
And that was great. It was all great. It was wonderful. I'm so grateful. So, this is our time of giving and giving and receiving. So, we appreciate all the tithes, donations, ones that are given online, the ones that are given monthly. And there's some people here that just fill something
'Cause you can
out
set it up and let
they
it
set it up ahead
come
of
on
time,
in.
and we
Yep.
appreciate that and know that that's sustaining our center in the physical world and allowing us to be here together and to continue to grow and expand. So thank you for that. We have a little affirmation, which I can't find. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So if you want to put your hands on your heart and just say, I choose to freely give and I graciously receive.
I choose to freely give and I graciously receive.
Thank you. Malama team can come up.
Abundance, living life in the abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rise in abundance. I feel myself in this abundance, giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rise in abundance. Living life in this abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rise in abundance. I feel myself in this abundance, giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rising.
Good job.
Thank you. You can
And so
stay
it
here.
is with a grateful heart that Center for Spiritual Living Kauai receives these gifts of generosity. So grateful for all the good that circulates in and through our community. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Okay. We are so abundant, and so it is.
Yay.
Thank you, Diane, Reverend Diane.
So we got a.
Okay, do we have some children? Let's bring them on up.
She said thank you. Reverend
Oh.
Diane.
I did.
She just heard the Reverend Diane. but
Well, you're
said
going to
yes.
come right back up.
Oh,
but-
that's true.
Real
Now you're here for
gentle with myself, I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment.
Where's their teacher?
What?
Is there a mentor? Oh, there she is. It's Janice.
We're
So we started a
we were
new.
saying Orion took the class today. And
Yeah. So we started a new program where there's no longer a single teacher over there, which is very helpful. So Rhea, thank you for
Hi,
being that
Rhea.
person today. Yay. Yay. Wow, what a beautiful group. Yeah, and this is Miss Janice, the teacher. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Microphone. Thanks. Thanks. You're gonna.
Yes, super thankful for Rhea today, and we had fun celebrating our magnificence and talking about our relationship to the Mother Earth in all kinds of ways. I'll let them share something that they liked about today.
Back
We sung a song called Tony Chestnut.
who? Tony Chestnut? Wow.
We made some things like this. So basically, it's the letters of our name, but with words. So mine was Kieran, kind, ice cream, excellent, ridiculous, amazing, and no thanks.
And no thanks.
Bye-bye.
Did you say bye-bye?
We played this memory game where we got to see a bunch of items for 10 seconds, and then we had to write down as many as we could.
I love that game.
That's a good one.
Yeah, lots of variety and fun.
Yeah, thank you. So, so let's
at
go
that.
ahead and tell them who they are.
You are amazing.
You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you.
I will be
It's good to
gentle
see you.
with myself.
Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Miss Janice.
Of the universe being born each moment. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe being born each moment.
Very nice. And we have a new segment here at CSL Kauai Institute of Magnificence called The Announcements in under 1
30
minute.
seconds.
60 seconds.
Okay. He did them in 30.
I did.
Okay.
So we're just doing this week and go. This Tuesday's the Inner Child Academy workshop with yours truly, Patrick. And we have this Wednesday is the last, just after 5 months, we're taking a little break from the Wednesday Wisdom with Chocolate. So come this week, there'll be lots of chocolate. And then Spiritual Cinema is Friday, an exciting documentary with Desmond Tutu and Dalai Lama. It's called Mission Joy. Please do not miss it. Next Sunday, after our journey, is the annual meeting. What is it? The annual meeting. And so for all that information, all the times, everything is, Angela goes to a lot of work to get all that stuff there. And there are some packets out there too. Put them in your car. Somebody says, what is CSL Kauai? I don't know what it is. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And it's in the back. And Angela's there too if you need it.
Great. Perfect. Anybody time?
Under 60 seconds.
Okay. So I'm going to invite the practitioners that are here to come up. We are doing this special gift to you at the end of service. If you would like to experience a spiritual mind treatment, they are here to serve you. Again, this is not a session, a coaching session. It is just simply a treatment, which is our form of prayer, affirmative prayer, to know the truth for you. And if you have something happening in your life and you just need a little bit reinforcement. So I'm not sure who the practitioners are today. Diane, Reverend Diane and Melissa. Yeah,
All right.
okay.
And Rob is
Rob
back there.
Yeah, okay. So they'll be up here for about 10 minutes. So take advantage of them. And, well, don't take advantage of them. But
Utilize them.
Utilize them. All right. So that
Yep.
is that. So I think
Well,
that's it, right? What?
I know Reverend Patrick just told me. I wouldn't say this if it weren't an emergency, but if anybody knows of any place, just for like 1 or 2 nights, I could stay with my girls on Wednesday.
Okay. So stand up so they can see you, so then when at the end they'll know who you are. There you go. So yes, you bet.
Thank you.
All right, there she is.
All right. So we're going to know the truth about that one, right? Okay. So let's close out, I guess, right? Yes.
There we go. You guys are all shocked about the announcement. 60 seconds.
Legend David Crosby.
Yes.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, they told you you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
David Crosby and all the good that he put into this world with his music. I am in gratitude right now for this time we've had together and for all the beautiful blessings that we receive from it. I'm grateful for the people who were here today to serve CSL Kauai with their hearts and with their love, and that would be Marion Head and Anna Myers, Reverend Diane Decker, thank you. Jeremy and Amy Brown, thank you. Jonathan Lee back there on sound, and Rob Jones, our live stream beautiful director, with his assistant over there, Giorgio, Ron Stover, and Emma Ladendecker, hospitality. Thank you so much. And Roseanne is not here today, but she usually is here, and she's here in spirit. Peggy Jerry in the bookstore, and Janice Farez with our youth, and Rhea, thank you for being her assistant, and Kiana, thank you for the flowers and all the beautiful food here. My gosh, we are so abundant. And also, Kiana and Peggy were collection stewards today. And of course, Angela Phillips, who is always behind the scenes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the good and beautiful energy that you give us. I am so grateful for today. I'm so grateful for just for being here and being alive and being able to share together in this beautiful community. So I just know we take this love and just bring it out into the world and share it everywhere we go. And just know that we're always at choice. We're always at choice. And so it is.
Can you hear
of tender years
Do you care?
can know the fears
Can you see
that your elders grew
must
by,
be free
and so
to
please help
teach your
them
children
with your youth.
you believe
They
in
seek the truth
ain't the world
before
that
they can
we can live in.
teach
Your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they picks, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and you know they love you. Mahalo.
Thank you, everyone. Beautiful. Thank you. And I forgot to thank you.